Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you how I go about drawing these gems that are so popular right now all over Facebook and the Zentangle groups and doodling groups. I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm probably going to say like crazy. Anyway, the original artist that I think made these so popular, I believe her name is Kae Yoshino. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if this is the way she really does it. She has two tutorials on her blog, which I'll link in the notes for you. And there are a couple other tutorials out there, but I really just wanted to show you how I go about making them. So I would recommend starting off with a nicer smooth paper, not anything that's really got a lot of tooth to it, because you want to be able to blend the pencils. You'll be using your whatever you use to draw your Zentangles with. I use the Micron 01. I have a white jelly roll. I have Polychromos Faber-Castell's pencils. You could use a blender pencil, but if you don't have a blender, you can also use one of your lighter colored pencils to burnish and blend the colors together. So I think that's about all that you need. So we'll just get started drawing one of the gems. I'm just going to make a round shape. And you could add your embellishments later. For the purpose of this video, we'll do, we won't add any embellishments. We're just going to start with the color. I start with a lighter color to lay down some color. So I'm going to make this section the darker section, and this is going to be the section where it looks like light is showing through. So I'm just putting a little bit of the yellow down and a little bit of a section now. I don't have too much experience with colored pencils, but I have been reading a lot, and I've read that if you use a circular motion, you don't end up with too many, I guess, stripy lines. But we're going to be blending this, so I do start out lighter, because you could always add more color if you want it darker. So I'll just color this in a little bit and maybe bring the red down a little bit. I don't want too big of that highlight. And like I said, there's plenty of tutorials out there on how to shade with colored pencil. You could also blend with odorless mineral spirits, but it's kind of a hassle to take along, little container of spirits and Q-tips and all that other stuff. So I'm going to use my white pencil to blend. And when I do this, I start at the lighter section, which is the bottom towards here, towards that white highlight. And you're really just burnishing it. You're kind of smoothing the color together so that it blends. And I don't really like all these stripes I'm seeing after all that circular, so I'm going to go back in and lay down a little bit more color. I find that the Polychromos, you can layer. I think I've done this with the Prismacolors too, and I like both pencils. I know that the Polychromos is a little bit, I don't know if it's richer or smoother or more blendy. Not really sure how you would say it. I'm, I'm guessing, you know, if you kind of know about shading a little bit, you need to stick with like the lights coming from here. Your other highlight with the Jelly Roll pen is going to be over here somewhere. So you want to, if you're doing a bunch of gems together, kind of keep them going in the same direction. If you make another gem over here, you know, have the light coming from the same direction. If you, I don't know if you can see it that well in the video, but the color is really getting blended in. You don't see the too much of the strokes of the pencil. Then you can come back in with your point and make those little veins that people are seeing, showing in there, just random. Maybe come in and put a little bit of extra dark around. And then for that final little highlight, I would come in and put a little bit of Jelly Roll just to mimic that light down here, so it sort of balances it. Then later on you could add your embellishments if you want to put a ring around the gem. Also, you could come in with a little bit of darker color. This is like a little bit of a charcoaly color. You can come in with your regular pencil. Again, with your white, you can blend that in. If you don't like your highlight, if you don't like the way it comes out, if you watch them, like I got a little splotch there, you can actually go in with your colored pencil and that Jelly Roll will come up. And also, if you do make what looks like a setting around the gem, don't forget to add a little bit of shading in that setting, a little bit of maybe a goldish color or a gray color to look like a gemstone setting. It does add some pop. I do tend to mimic the way the highlight. I'll leave this a little bit lighter if I'm shading in the metal and this a little bit lighter, so it looks like the light's hitting there as well. And that's about it. You can go in and smudge that if you want with a tortillon. You can hit it with your white pencil just to smudge it and blend it. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just send me a note and I'll be happy to answer it. I'm not by any means an expert in doing this. I just started doing the gemstones myself, and this is how I'm doing them. And I'm sure with practice we're all going to get better at it. So have fun, and if you're in the Facebook group, For the Love of Tangling, post your pictures and let me know how you're doing. And if you need any more information, I'll make another video. Alright, thanks. Bye.